so many odd and interesting things that happen in the world of YouTubing. We just did the episode of More Pain in which we released the FOIA documents from Larry Klayman's, the FreedomWatchUSA.org, from the FOIA lawsuit that Larry prevailed against the special counsel's office when Emmett Sullivan ruled in his favor and determined that the special counsel's office needed to turn over its documents detailing its communications between the special counsel office and members of the press. But it was really interesting to see that they had this technical glitch, as they called it. Unexplained, unexpected technical glitch during the migration of their email server. That was smoking pretty close to me. Unexplained technical glitch during the migration of their email server that may have caused some of the documents to not be included. Now, Michael Moore, Thomas Paine of True Pundit, of course, is my co-host on More Pain, and we were joined by Larry Klayman. And Michael and I have been talking about these documents for the past 2 days. Michael's been going through them. I've been working with Larry's office to make sure we had them all together. There are quite a lot of emails in there, several thousand. There are text messages. There are emails between Larry and the special counsel's office. There's legal briefs that Larry has filed with the court, the district court there in Washington, D.C. So Larry certainly expects more legal action and more decisions to come down from Emmett Sullivan. We've heard many times Larry say that he finds Emmett Sullivan to be a fair and wise man. And so hopefully Judge Sullivan will see through this quite obvious nonsense from the special counsel's office. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is that technical glitches seem to be the theme surrounding this special counsel document release. They had one just 5 days before they were supposed to release, back on August 29th. And oddly, even though I had just done 2 broadcasts without a problem earlier today, and about 1,000, not all of which have been error-free, but did 2 today, no problems. And then, weird, right at the moment that we are beginning our broadcast about the special counsel's office failure to deliver all this documentation to Freedom Watch, something happened that prevented the broadcast from going out on patreon.com/crowdsource the truth. You can also see it, of course, by becoming a sponsor of patreon.com/freedomwatch or patreon.com/truepundit. But you know what? This is a type of failure that I've never seen before. Using the same exact setup, the same exact software. Very weird. Luckily, it was recorded locally, and I've just uploaded the video, so people can go to patreon.com/crowdsource the truth. And if you aren't already a sponsor, please become one. And you can watch the video, you can download the FOIA documents. They're being made available only to Patreon sponsors initially, because we want people who are serious about getting this information to be able to get at it right away. Obviously, if thousands and thousands of people start downloading, puts a lot of strain on the server. We saw what happened a year ago when we had a faulty document released. These are legitimate documents. No one has spoofed these files. These came directly from the special counsel's office to Freedom Watch, and then from Freedom Watch to Crowdsource the Truth, and they're now being made available to you, the general audience. And of course, our sponsors at patreon.com/crowdsource the truth are making it possible for us to continue this kind of work. So as a thank you to those generous sponsors, I wanted to make the broadcast and those files available there first. I also want to thank Michael Moore and, of course, Larry Klayman for supplying the files. And I want to thank everyone who's watching and supporting Crowdsource the Truth. This is really an unprecedented document dump. We're getting a look inside the special counsel's office, unlike anything we've seen before. We learn a lot about the methods, we learn a lot about the loopholes, and we learn a lot about how government employees who are supposed to be working for us are using their legal and technical knowledge to circumvent the rules, to slip between the cracks, and to find loopholes that allow them to manipulate facts, manipulate the outcomes of investigations, and to basically continue to fill the swamp with muddy, swampy, filthy water and swamp monsters. So what Larry and his team at Freedom Watch have done is outstanding in terms of actually moving the needle and taking steps that could shut down the special counsel investigation, which many legal experts have told us is totally illegal. Robert Mueller has gone way beyond his mandate. He's basically just investigating whoever he wants, including Dr. Corsi at this point, which I don't really understand why that would be done other than to intimidate the doctor, to intimidate anyone at all that has anything to do with Donald Trump or could pose some sort of a threat to Barack Obama, to Hillary Clinton, and to the other criminals who have run this country into the ground for so long, who have trampled on our Constitution, who have trampled on our rights, who have put people like the Bundys in jail without a proper trial in what was called a flagrant violation of their civil rights. Paul Manafort, solitary confinement without a conviction. And we see Michael Cohen pleading to things that people are telling us are maybe not even crimes. So I think it's very important that we have a check and a balance against this seemingly unlimited power of the special counsel's office. So we've got some comments coming in here. I've got a slightly different setup today. Hello, everyone. CNN does suck, I agree with that. But I hope that people will go to patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth or patreon.com/truepundit or patreon.com/freedomwatch and become a sponsor of any and all of those pages. And you can watch tonight's episode of More Pain, featuring the journalist formerly known as Thomas Paine. That's Michael Moore of True Pundit. And our special guest tonight, of course, Larry Klayman. Larry has presented us with the FOIA documents, and we have gone over those and made them available to the audience there. So won't you please sponsor those channels and join us on patreon.com. It's so important that people sponsor Freedom Watch, True Pundit, and Crowdsource the Truth. I don't see CNN doing this. I don't see Fox News doing this. No one else. But Freedom Watch, True Pundit, and Crowdsource the Truth are bringing you this kind of information. So thanks, everybody. If you're watching this right now, you should turn it off and go over to patreon.com/crowdsource the truth. The video has just been uploaded. The files are there. The server is having no problem dishing them out right now, so go get your hands on those emails. Start reading through them. Send us messages. Email me on truth@crowdsourcethetruth.org. Email True Pundit. And let's dig into those files and see what we can find. It certainly seems like the special counsel's office is having off-site meetings with certain members of the press. Washington Post, New York Times. I wonder why they're not revealing these emails. See you tomorrow, everybody.